Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. Today's Warhammer video, I'm going to show you how we paint up the Hellblasters for the Ultramarines and talk about magnetization. So first we can talk about the kit, right? So squad of 10 Hellblasters is how I chose to build it. This came out of the Ultramarines Battle Force Christmas box. And so this is kind of my first real attempt at doing some plasma, and they turned out okay. It's not perfect, right? But I'll just kind of show you one for, give the idea. And you can see kind of some streaking here. So this is something that I'm still working on with decals. Is after I do all the decals and everything, I try to do a thin coat of Alarming Medium on them to knock down the gloss, right? To give them a matte finish. But in doing so, like sometimes it just really dries poorly. I don't know if I'm just doing way too much, more than I think. So these are areas I need to touch up on. But I think that medium is what's drying and clouding everything. So, yeah, so side note, if you guys have the similar problem and you have good solutions, let me know in the comments. How do you combat this? Do you even see this? But that's probably a really good worst case example of what's happening. So I'm definitely not happy with that. So that's something I'm going to work on. But here's the Hellblaster. I modeled them with the Assault, plasma incinerators, right? Because at least at the time of building with the 9th edition, right, that was the way to go, right? That mathematically that was the best option for these guys. And I talked about magnetization, right? And I started to magnetize these guys. And actually, let me show you. So when I magnetized these guys, I magnetized the magazine, I guess, wherever these energy cells, these came off, right, to where I can magnetize that for the backpack, right, because the heavier version has the backpack option, and I actually have magnets in their backpacks here, right, to clip there and to clip there. And then I magnetized also the forward section of the gun. It had a different piece for the heavies versus not. And so all this was different, but to get it to look right, the magnets didn't work. Like at the end of the day, it just was too fiddly. And so I glued everything. Like they're still magnetized, but I just glued everything. And so my recommendation for magnetizing this, guys, is to just do them at the arms and shoulders. So the kit will come with basically enough guns and options to where you can do, the full set of 10, right? And then you'll have 4 more extra plasma guns that you can outfit. So if you had so in my case, I've got 4 other guns ready to go for the heavy plasma with the backpack. So to do another set of bodies, basically. Like I didn't magnetize these guys, so if I had at the shoulders, then I could swap out 4 of them for heavies, right? So that means that, hey, I'd almost have enough for another 5-man to do a 5-man squad of a different weapon, right? So that's what I'd recommend, similar to what we do with the intercessors. I think that's your best bet. But I didn't do that here, so I messed up, and so these guys are fixed. And that's okay. Yeah, not a big deal. Especially now with 10th, it doesn't matter, right? Because they folded all the weapon options in. I would expect that maybe they'll expand them back out with Codex or something, you consolidate everything for rules and make them simple, and then you make them more convoluted again, and then we'll simplify them, right? So I can only assume that 11th edition will make things more complicated and everything will get convoluted again, and then we'll come back to 12th edition and everything will be simple again. So we'll see. But for now, I'm happy with the way they look. They turned out all right. I also used the upgrade shoulder pads on these guys. So they've got the raised Ultima symbol, because the Battle Force box came with the upgrade sprues. So I decided to use those 10 on these guys, and that came with 2 of the Sergeant shoulder pads, and that worked well for magnetization of the Sergeant weapons, which I did do. So he looks kind of weird, and this is a little fiddly. The magnet is not holding as much as I would like, but it does work. So there's the Sergeant. He has the option for a plasma pistol or a regular pistol, right? So I just got him there, and I can pull that guy off and put his regular bolt pistol on. If I didn't want to pay for the plasma, even though right now he gets it for free, so he'll always have a plasma. But he does have the option to take a regular bolt pistol. So So that was done just like that. So that's it for the Hellblasters. A fun unit to paint, you know, trying to do the plasma glow. And certainly a fun unit to play on the tabletop. So hope you found this useful. And again, if you have any questions about color schemes or anything particular that I did on the units, let me know in the comments, and I'll get back with you, and happy to share what I did. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.